G'day, everyone's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. I'm here to present a team update because, of course, I did my team reveal last week, but unfortunately, there's been a little bit of carnage. And so, as you can see here, there are four slots here that have changed. And obviously, as well, you guys might be seeing compared to my last team update, there's been a lot of things that have changed around. I should have checked. Was Cowan in my last team? Anyway, he's in here now. But we can see Constable's now back in defence. What else we got? Gimby's now moved to the midfield as my M8, and we've opened up a couple of slots here. So obviously the big news today has been that Elliot Yeo has now been ruled out of round one due to a calf injury. I'm glad we know now that instead of him doing it in round one. So we've had to make a few adjustments to the team. So one in defence as my D4, one in there, my M9, and two in the forward line, F4 and 5. So also there's been news as well that Rowan Marshall is looks like he's going to be sharing ruck duties early days with Tom Campbell due to Tim Membry being out of the side, I think. So I'm not going to jump off him just because it would ruin my structure too much. And also, I think hopefully Membry isn't out too long. And like Marsh, it's only just going to be for a few weeks. So I don't think it's that big. I don't think it's that bad of a situation. So I'm going to still keep a hold of Marshall. He's just had a stellar preseason. I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, let's get into the four players that I've decided to change with my team. We'll get this one out of the way. Now, this one's very interesting. Toby McLean. So he's jumped back into my side, but now is my M9. So I find it very interesting. So as you can see with my bench, I've decided to pay up a little bit, which is, I think, a fine situation because you'll see my team at the end, but fully at the end. But I'm happy with Toby McLean being my M9. I don't want him on field as of yet. I just want him named tomorrow. If he isn't named tomorrow, then I've got some real thinking to do with this team. My D4 is Liam Jones, so another doggies player. So I think if Liam Jones, I think he needs to average 68 to make 150K. So that seems pretty easy. His job security is amazing. There was a Marcus Bontempelli on Captain's Day. It was asked a question from an SCN reporter on Captain's Day at Marvel. If you could pick any player in the competition to join the Dogs, who would you pick? And he said James Sicily because he said we're lacking sort of an intercept defender. And I just thought, okay, so that's pretty clear that they feel like they're missing that. Maybe they can get a bit out of that with Liam Jones, who played well against North. But we'll just have to see. We'll cop a 65 plus average, to be honest, for Liam Jones. He's not going to leave the side for the Dogs. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, and I'll get this one out. These two blokes out of the way. We've gone Nat Fife and we've gone Tanner Bruin. So we've gone a bit more mid-price madness. So as you can tell with this team, there is no 12th premium, so I've dropped back down to 11. But I think Fife, I think the first 6 games are really easy for Nat Fife. I think it's St Kilda, North Melbourne. I think Gold Coast is thrown in there. I have a feeling GWS is thrown in there. So I think it's a really nice 6 rounds. West Coast, I think teams like that. And that makes me pretty excited because Fife looked very natural as a forward in there, and I think he has a good opportunity to kick a lot of goals early. And even if he's playing as a deep forward, I think there is a chance that he will be scoring very nicely. I only need him for 8 or 9 games in the season. We're not asking for a whole season from the bloke. Then Tanner Bruin, I was looking at Geelong's predicted best 22, and it looked a bit thin in the midfield. So I think Bruin should be able to get a good opportunity in there. He showed some good signs against Hawthorn and against Brisbane in the practice games. That gets me quite excited that hopefully Bruin's going to spend quite a bit of time in that midfield for Geelong. Jack Bowes is also looks like he's going to be ruled out with a calf injury. So, I mean, this Elliot Yeo injury, I was considering Bowes as just like a downgrade and just leave the team at that. But he's also ruled out. But this was my preferred choice. So basically, who went out of this team? Now I'm trying to think. It's Chesser, but I might consider getting him in, but we'll have to see. Chesser's not in. I think Alwyn Davies not in the side from last time. I think Errol Gould's the main one, and Elliot Yeo. So they're the four that have gone out. These are the four that have come in. I actually had 11 premiums, but it was just Gould and no Ridley. And I had Yeo, Jones, McKenna, Constable, and these two. But I made the decision that I'm gonna want a third premium in defence, and Jordan Ridley was a bloke where I thought, gee, I wouldn't mind having him, and I didn't want to get rid of Goulden, but it just worked better for structure, and now I've managed to have these three blokes right in here. So I think the actual changes made this afternoon into my team were only two. Ridley in for Yeo, Flanders in for Goulden. So those were the two changes I made this afternoon. I'd like to keep it at this. I'm hoping Toby McLean being picked tomorrow is the big factor in this team, because I'm confident all 22 of these players on field will be picked. I think Wilmot will certainly get picked. Cowan's already been picked. We can worry about Madden. We don't have to worry about Nick Madden playing. Fergus Green will be picked. Radically, I'm pretty confident he's getting picked, especially with no Hawkins, maybe no Jezza, that sort of thing. No Jack Henry. Phillips will definitely get picked. It's all riding on McLean. Baker should get picked. He's probably the only base price rookie that I am not too sure if he's going to play, but that's okay. The main one's Toby McLean. With no Cody Waitman and no Arthur Jones, they've both been ruled out. I'd like to think that Toby McLean gets picked. If he doesn't, then we've got a bit of a decision to make. Because if, let's say, McLean doesn't get picked, I wouldn't mind Chesser, but I wonder if Elliot Yeo being out is the reason Chesser gets picked, because they almost play, I guess, a similar style of. I guess they play as a similar player, if you know what I mean. But Chesser is a bloke that I'm not too sure if I want to. I'm a bit scared not picking him. He might have to be a correctional trade. But anyway, let's say McLean doesn't get picked. I'm going to put Davey in. I'm not that hot on Davey because he's a first-year rookie, small forward in a potential bottom six side. So that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. But Davey's already confirmed that he's going to play. So Davey will get picked. It's already been announced. If McLean doesn't, then I do that. Leaves me 113k. Then I would. This is why I prefer McLean to get picked, because then I'd have to, out of Fife, Bruin, and Flanders, I think Bruin is probably the one I'm not the least hot on. So then it leaves me 424k. I would have to find a way to get myself just under 50k to after this. So it would mean another sacrifice in the side, and that doesn't really sit with me that well. I'm pretty happy with the team as is. So, yeah, look, and I'd probably find a way to get Errol Goulden into the side. So I'd have to make a sacrifice elsewhere. I don't know whether that means maybe Connor McKenna. We move Jinby to the back line. We put Chesser in. I think would that be enough? Actually, no, I'm not sure if it would. Let's have a look. Say Chesser. It leaves me 4k short. Okay, that really infuriates me. So let's just hope McLean gets picked, because I don't really want to worry about fixing this side anymore. I've made enough changes as it is, and I'm very happy with the side. So that'd be the only thing for this team is not having 12 premiums. I've got 11 still, but if McLean gets picked, he's the reason if I go 11 or 12 premiums. So let's just hope he gets picked. I think he does. I think it's more likely that he does than he doesn't. And I know the preseason games, he wasn't that good. But let's just hope he can still play as a high half forward sort of role, maybe spend a little bit of time on the wing and still get some good solid scores. And hopefully it's not a reason for Bevo to drop him. Now, another reason I've just liked this team as is let's say I don't want Constable on field. If he scores poor, I can move Ginby into the back line. Then I can put McLean on. I can put Phillips on if they score well. So, and then as well, I can always move McLean to the forward line. If I want to field Radagalier for some reason, I can put Bruin, Flanders. I can put any of these six into the midfield and say Mackenzie is scoring pretty poorly, then I can do that. The only bad thing about this side is it would mean I'm pretty locked in on fielding McKenna, unless I want to field Wilmot or Cowan. But I think having McKenna on field as the worst possible player, I don't think that's a bad situation to be in. So, and I've only got 4 players under 200k on the field: Mackenzie, Ginby, Constable, and McKenna, and only 3 first-year players, and they're at M6, 7, and 8. So I've tried to make the effort to make sure that I pick not as many first-year rookies on field. So, look, all in all, I definitely would have preferred Yo to play, but I think this has turned out all right to adjust the side. I think it's turned out okay. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Also, I've managed to keep Wits in this as well, so that makes me pretty happy. If need be, I could have to downgrade Wits again for Darcy, which I'm not particularly pleased with, but it might have to be something that I have to do to get in maybe a 12th premium in. So anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll find out in 22 hours whether McLean gets picked. He's the key. And yeah, look, 51k in the bank compared to 3.5k that I was running with. I think it's a bit better. So I'm not going to, that's just me talking about my side there. I haven't uploaded in a week, so I've got a few things to talk about. So that's just mainly the SuperCoach stuff now. Let's go to, is this team all good? Yeah, this is how I had the team. So that's my team. I think that's going to be my final team unless McLean doesn't get picked. Worst case, I can have about 100k in the bank. McLean for Davey or McLean for Chester and go from there. All right. I want to talk about NRL SuperCoach just for 20 seconds. I'm 2.8k rank in NRL SuperCoach. If I can have a similar start than in AFL SuperCoach, I'll be laughing. I'll be very happy with that. So I'm very happy with this, with how I'm going in this. Price changes are happening this week, so I'm going to need to make some moves, some well-calculated moves. So it's all right. All right. All 10 of my leagues are full. Couple of things that I want to address. I think I'm going to say a massive thank you to everyone here. At the start of preseason, I was on 157 subscribers. Now I'm on 466, I think now, maybe even more. So I really appreciate all the support, guys. It means a lot. And I can't thank you guys enough. We're hoping to get 1,000 subs before round 1 2024. So hopefully this time next year, I can say to myself, I've hit 1,000 subscribers. That'd be an amazing achievement. I appreciate all the comments everyone's leaving. Make sure you do it. I reply to all comments. And a couple more things I want to address is that I've been involved in a couple of videos as of late. I've been involved in the Centre Bounce live stream that happened on Monday. That was great to be involved. Joe, Big J, and Swizz. Joe and Big J are from the Centre Bounce, of course. They've been doing some ripping content. Congrats on the fellas getting to 1,000 subscribers. That is a tremendous achievement. So well done to you blokes. Swizz is a ripper bloke from SuperCoach Insider. So yeah, he's an absolute legend. Love chatting to all 3 of these boys. And also a special little guest that we had. Oh, stuffed up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. Anthony Caminiti was on the live stream. Big J gave us a big surprise, getting him as a special guest on the live stream. And it was very interesting to hear. It looks like he's going to make his round 1 debut, which is extremely amazing to hear. He's a ripper young kid. Talking to him, gave us about half an hour of our time. So that was obviously very nice of him. And it sounds like a ripping kid, and it sounds like he's making his debut this week. So well done to Anthony Caminiti. Also, another thing is I was involved in the AFL YouTubers draft. So AFL SuperCoach YouTubers draft for this year. We had Ben from SuperCoach Insider that wasn't on the video, but I tell you what, he had a strategy and he pulled off a very nice team. So well done to Ben. Um, yeah, I mean, he pulled off an absolute ripping. Everyone did. I probably pulled off the worst side, but I don't play draft too much, so I was a bit new to all that. But yeah, Ben had oh, the depth in the midfield and forwards certainly more important. I was like, oh, gee, I went big down back, so I'll actually show you guys my side. But no, it was good fun. So Ben was in there, SuperCoach Pro. I think we're recording a video tonight, so that's going to be very interesting. A couple of videos we're thinking of doing, which might be out tonight. We've got Joe from Centre Bounce as well. He was good. Chris from AFL Draft Expert. He does the mock drafts and phantom drafts heading into the actual AFL draft. His knowledge is second to none. He is unreal with the knowledge of some of these young prospects. We off air, we asked a lot of questions about these certain rookies and all that, and he just knew so much. So he was terrific. And then we got the big boys. DR. I definitely worded that incorrectly. Everyone here is a big boy, but these are my guys, DR and Spills. They got me involved in a Hawthorn SuperCoach video, Hawthorn preview, and I was a bit unknown at the time, but DR let me have the opportunity. He was terrific about it. He really got me involved in SuperCoach in the off season. So can't thank enough for DR. What a great man. And it was great to see him on Sunrise, wasn't it? Spills, poor bloke's going through jaw surgery at the minute. So speedy recovery, mate. But I'll tell you what, I saw his team preview, his team reveal today. Looked very good. And everyone here is a ripper bloke. And obviously we got the main man, George, the most subscribed SuperCoach YouTuber. It was pretty honouring to be involved in a video with him. He was terrific. Stole a couple of my picks. He was picked 5. I was picked 6 in the snake draft. So, no, he's a good bloke. He's very funny. I think I'm going to Magic Round this year. We might be able to catch up for a game if it all transpires. But, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So, massive thank you to everyone that's helped me out in the off-season. Everyone's been terrific. The Centre Bounce, DR, Spills, Eno. I was involved in a video with Eno. That was terrific. It was just reviewing my current side at the time. Obviously, it's changed now, but it was great chatting to Eno. So thank you for letting me jump on. And the SuperCoach community on Twitter, they've been terrific. I've certainly had a couple of tweets where it's got a lot of the community involved, and that's always great to hear. So Stephen DW Smith is my Twitter. And thank you guys for watching. I hope I've sent all my thank yous out. Thank you to, I only did 2 team previews, and that was with my good mate Jordan and my good mate Zach. So thank you for jumping on. SuperCoach Pro, we're making more videos, and we're going to do a weekly series, either on my channel or his channel. We might alternate. So, it's been an absolute ripping preseason. It's great to get involved with all the content creators and you guys more. Certainly got a lot more comments and likes and subscribers this year. So, sorry during the preseason, but it's been terrific. Apologies about the lack of uploading. I think it's been, especially over the past week when it's the most important part of SuperCoach. So I do apologise for that, but I do get busy. So I try to smash out as many videos as I can, but sometimes work or whatever holds me back a bit. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Best of luck as well to making your sides as well. Let me know what you did with Elliot Yeo in the comments down below. Cheers.